Lesbians!
You're two males who have sex with each other. Doesn't that just make you gay?
Well, you can call it gay if you want, but the way I see it, no.
And why?
Just no.
Oh.
When I look at him, I see a woman. And I'm
you
sure
look in the
when...
mirror, do you also see a woman?
No,
No,
but he
either way you
does.
look at it, you can see yourself as a man, woman. It's all just how you depend on yourself.
Tell me about the time you tried to get pregnant.
I don't want to
There's
talk
the
about
story.
that.
Oh, come on. It's
I
a
don't
good
want to talk
story.
about that. That hurt me.
Well,
Hurt me a lot.
we had a turkey baster.
Okay.
And I think you can imagine where it went from
Go on,
there.
Our viewers, some of them not too bright. Go on.
All I'm going to say is never add a turkey baster, a pound of grease, and a Great Dane in the same room. It is nothing but trouble and mess. Trouble and mess, sister.
Regardless of your gender, though, you couldn't get pregnant from a Great Dane.
How do you know? Have you ever tried it? Have you ever tried it?
No.
Okay then.
It's scientific.
Okay then. Okay then. Until you try it, you can't say nothing what I can't do. Okay?
You're claiming to be lesbians. Wouldn't you like Bush?
Is that supposed to be funny? I did not find it funny.
you're
I
clever?
find that offensive.
You
I find that offensive. If Ellen DeGeneres was here, she would tell you something. I'm just flustered.
That you
I'm
weren't
gonna get hot
lesbian.
flashes. Ellen
Go
just
with
says
Ellen. We hang with Ellen all the time.
all the time.
Yeah.
Has she ever said,
No.
you guys are the greatest lesbians on earth?
Absolutely.
Yes.
She said that.
Yes.
She saw us together and then she decided to be a lesbian.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, I think that has something to do with your physical appearances more than...
Honey, I don't know what you're talking about. I am just perfect. Charles Atlas weeps when he sees me.
Have you ever thought of adoption as opposed to getting pregnant?
No, we've never thought of adoption.
Never crossed your
Obviously.
What?
Why? When you could have your own, one that you created yourself.
Where are you going to squeeze it out of?
Who cares if they adopt or not? I think those adoptions should turn to work camps anyway. Home with little children.
Okay.
They
But-
is homely.
I'm reading this report and it says that you were adopted.
Oh yeah, I'm homely.
Okay.
But I'm still perfect.
Okay.
But no, adoption centers, and I'm going to tell this to the camera, adoption centers should be work camps.
Okay,
Up until you are 16, you cannot be kept in those things. Do you know what that means? That means that these scroungy, squeaky, screaming, crying, messy, dirty, nasty little children are getting their grubby little fingers all up everywhere in that place. It smells, it looks dirty. They might as well just make stamps, make cardboard boxes, and just get paid 5 cents a day, like they do in Indonesia.
do you have anything to add?
No comment.
Okay.
Lesbians!
Tell me about your time in Hawaii. You guys were both flirting with very virile men.
Well, come on. They come up to you in that little Speedo and they just hand you a
But
free
you claim
drink.
to be a lesbian.
Doesn't mean we can't enjoy
It
the
don't
eye
matter
candy.
what you call it. The simple fact of the matter is, you is what you think you is. So it wouldn't matter what you don't think that you is. Because
Well-
what you is what you is, and no matter what you is what you're going to be. So what you ain't going to be is what you're going to do. And you ain't wouldn't have to get what I didn't do. So who are you to sit there and judge me? Because personally, I didn't think that you've been hating on me. But nothing. You need to stop sipping your haterade, join the other side, and maybe you need to think about what you're going to choose.
Well,
Because until you start taking the other side, you can't be choosing and choose.
I have
Thank
one
you.
really serious question to ask. This is really bothering me.
Mhm.
For two people that, regardless if you're lesbian or gay, it's a form of homosexuality. Why do you live in Texas?
Everything's bigger in Texas, honey.
That's an interesting story. You wrote in your autobiography that you found your grandparents' S&M chamber.
Yeah, people say it's a really traumatic experience, but for me, it just really turned me on and just told me that's something I want to do with my life.
But you found your dad chained in.
Yeah, I know. He was with my grandma.
Where was your grandpa?
He was
In the
behind-
middle.
Yeah.
Were you there too?
Perhaps. Maybe there was or was not a film, and that is not saying it. But if there is, perhaps you'd like to send a little payment of $29.99 to a certain website that I may or may not say later. Perhaps.
Oh, okay. We'll have the website for you up on our Giggleweed.
FamilyLoveNoGlove.com.
Oh, okay. So, for being such adamant and fabulous lesbians, I have to ask you both. Who's better, Alba or Beale?
Sharpton.
That doesn't make you lesbian. It makes you gay.
Al Sharpton.
That makes you gay.
His bush is as big as Rosie O'Donnell's.
She has a penis.
What's your point?
That doesn't make you gay.
Exactly,
It
it makes
doesn't
me a
make you
lesbian.
lesbian. It doesn't
Thank
make
you.
you a
No,
lesbian.
no. Case shut.
Honey, everyone's gay for Al Sharpton.
Hillary Clinton. Views on her.
It's a
God's
man.
gift to lesbianism.
No, it's a man.
God's gift to lesbianism. You always get like this.
It's a
Stop
man.
being like this.
Come on, it's obviously
You
a
are
man.
so hetero right now.
Oh, let's not go saying things we can't take back.
I was apologizing.
Okay, good.
Okay, we have reports indicating that you used to actually be a hooker on the streets of Atlanta, and you were
Third and whiskey, right there. That's where you
Okay.
could find me.
you were caught by a police officer, and there are quotes here.
He didn't use me in the back of that car. He didn't even pay me.
Well, I'm just saying there are quotes here, and it's really interesting because you're not black, but there's.
I have vitiligo. It's the opposite of what Michael Jackson has.
Well, I mean, like, oh, Mr. Police Officer, please don't lynch me.
Well, it's Atlanta. I mean, you got to be careful.
But could you repeat the exact quote that you said?
Well, okay.
Hey, just see.
Well,
something you
anyway,
want to
I was sitting there, like I always do,
sit.
in my spandex and the mini skirt and the
Ooh, stop getting me excited.
Oh, sorry about that, honey. Anyway, this this Mr. Police Officer comes along, and he said he gonna arrest me. I said, I don't want to be arrested, but there must be something we can do. But see, he caught on to what I was trying to do, because I love him in the uniform, so he didn't do that.
But
So the only thing I had to do, I had to shuck and jive. And if you live in Atlanta, you know how to shuck and jive, because it was a defensive skill that we done learn when we was children, when we was running in the dirt.
could you give me an example? Say I was busting you for.
I ain't sure I done nothing wrong, Mr. Policeman. You sure looking pretty nice today. I ain't done nothing wrong. You want me to move back to the bus? I'll move back to the bus. I done clean your flashlight if you like, Mr. Policeman. I ain't trying to question you none. You's a authority. I'm just saying, you right, I'm wrong. I just want to go on my merry little way, officer. Yes, sir. Mr. Bossman.
Okay.
In Atlanta, that's how we talk.
Well,
I got a cousin in New Orleans, though, when Trina happened. Amen to that.
you're amening, which.
That
translates to
nigga still
agree.
owe me $5. He ain't gonna pay me now.
Well, what are your views on retarded kids?
Okay.
Work camps.
Lesbians!